We've got somebody to talk about that, somebody who knows what she's talking about, Katie Hopkins, Daily Mail columnist. Now, this vote in Italy and the vote in Austria for the Prime Minister, if they vote no in Italy and they vote in the Austrian Premier, I'm saying that that could be the end of the European Union. Am I going too far?
Not at all. I think you're spot on, you'll be pleased to know. I was just tweeting that I was coming on your show and saying, with fingers crossed, I believe if Italy says no in this referendum, then their leader is going to stand down, and I think this will be the final domino that sets all the other dominoes off, and the Eurozone and the rest of Europe really will fall. This will be the end of the EU, which for me and for my money would be a fantastic thing.
Now, if that happened, if there's a no vote in Italy and the Austrian Premier is elected, if that happens, we will not be immune from the fallout. I think there would be a serious impact on our financial markets over here. Now, you're not a financial commentator, but you can see the link, I'm sure.
Of course, and I guess the banks always work and the markets work in advance of any political change. So with Italy and the fact that, you know, the banking system there is already heavily loaded, 350 billion euros weighed in on those banks. That is, those banks are undercapitalised. If this falls, if we get a no vote, there will be a massive impact. But I think from a British perspective, having had Brexit and still waiting for Brexit to happen, and now people kind of pushing back, hoping Brexit might never happen. For us, I suppose this is a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, because if Austria goes to Hofer and Italy might end up in the hands of Five Star, then certainly this is more popularism. This is more of what we wanted to see, or I wanted to see here in the UK.
So you've got to tune into Varney and Company at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Monday morning to find out what's going on. Now, Katie, I've got a bone to pick with you.
That's right.
You went on a trip to Cuba. You stayed there a while, and you came back, and you said that Cuba, in some ways, is more free than us. Now, that's my bone, and I want to pick it with you. What on earth are you thinking?
You're so naughty. I went over to Cuba earlier this week. I just flew back in, actually, an hour ago. And I went there thinking, right, that's it. You know, all the communists are a nightmare. I'm going to take the mickey out of people here who are supporting Castro, saying he was a good bloke. I'm going to be able to speak out for the people there who don't have a voice. That's what I'm going there to do. But, you know, I stood with those people in Revolution Square overnight, 6 hours, queuing to go and pay their respects. And I know they're obliged to do that. They've been bussed in to pay their respects. I know they're still being fed from a ration book. They're not allowed to leave their country. They're not allowed to speak out. But, you know, I was very aware that what they have there is freedom from, you know, freedom from kind of being able to do all the stuff we do here. We have endless freedom too in the West. Freedom to protest about everything. Freedom to complain about everything. Freedom to kind of have an education system that we just simply disrespect. A health service here that fat people take the mickey out of, smokers try and get cancer treatment for free. We have endless freedom too. And what I saw in Cuba was a really lovely country full of proud and patriotic people who did love Castro, however flawed, and who have freedom from the things that we think we're very proud to have freedom to. So I did have my mind changed a little, Varney. There you are. That's your bone picked.
Oh, I'm Varney now, am I? It used to be Stu. I know it's Varney.
You've got to surnames. Yeah.
OK. By the way, read Isaiah Berlin, a philosopher at Oxford, who defines socialism as offering the freedom from, and capitalism as offering the freedom to. I know where I want to live. I'm not sure about you, Katie Hopkins. And your time is up.
You're just having the last word. That is what you're doing right now. You're just trying to have the last word. I think you have to be open-minded.
That's
and
why
having
it's called
spent 5 days there with the people, they're great.
That's why it's called Varney and Company. I do get the last word. But, you know, Katie, we do like you, and you are welcome back if you just tone down the politics.
Thank you.
We'll see you shortly.